So what I am going to share in this video today is one of the best lesson that I have learned in my life, in my whole life. So I want you to pay very close attention to this video and watch this video till the very end. I will not say this to any other videos, but this is that important and that's why I am saying it. Now this video is about desires. Recently some of us, like 3-4 members of our team, were sitting in Nalanda ground and we were talking about something. Out of nowhere one Anna started confronting about how his spiritual journey is going. So he said, I do not know how, but my materialistic desires are coming up, they are manifesting. I want to have these things and these things are just coming into my head continuously. This one Anna, he was sitting right next to him. He also started confronting that the desire of eating sweets has been grown up within me. It is something that everybody of us has. Within us, everybody of us will have. There is no one person on the planet who can live without any desire. Now, if you pay little close attention to what they said, you will be able to understand that the way they said is more likely they want to resist it, but it is happening to them. So how they said it is, these materialistic desires have been manifesting to me. So I do not want them to manifest within me, but they are manifesting within me. This is what they are essentially trying to say. So why they do not want them to manifest? Because this is what we have been told, that if you are on the spiritual path, this should not have happened. If you are on the spiritual path, you should not crave for the food. If you are on the spiritual path, this should not happen, that should not happen, and this should not be done. So this is what you have been told. But is this in your physical experience yet? No. They are asking you to do some meditation and you are thinking about food. They are asking you to do some sadhana, you are thinking about a car, you are buying a house, having money, trying to have sex. So all these desires are manifesting while you are on this journey. Because you do not have it in your physical experience that all these things do not matter. If you have this thing in your physical experience, then you can start working on the spiritual path. And that is one of the biggest reasons why whoever comes to the ashram, whoever comes in contact with me, I tell them, this is not the time for you to go towards spirituality, because right now if you go towards spirituality, you will lose all your possibilities. Because whatever you will try to do in terms of spiritual sadhana, everywhere all these desires of you will start manifesting and it will become a hindrance to you on this path. Now, one akka with whom I was talking about the same aspect, she told me that I am here for my mental stability. See, mental stability is something that you can create by yourself. It is not something for which you need a spiritual journey or spiritual practice or something. Spiritual practice can help you in significant way, but mental sort of thing, it can be something that you can do it by yourself. But if you really want to know the life, if you really want to know the death, if you really want to life beyond, if you really are seeing everything as fantastic, but somewhere you are confused that what it is you have no idea about. So if you have this kind of a question, your longing is for the beyond, then spirituality is the journey for you. Otherwise, if you come to the spirituality for these tuchy things, then the drives of you that you are having, the desires of you that you are having will start manifesting within you and you will not be able to experience something. Because if you have the physical pain and if I ask you to do meditation, all you would be thinking about the physical pain only. So it is like that only. Unless and until you get rid of the desires by yourself through physical experience, not through somebody telling it to you. Through physical experience, if you get rid of them, then only there is a way for you. Now, here's the thing. The way to get rid of them is not by avoiding them. This is what you have to understand. Because if you keep avoiding things, it will pull more towards it. As in, if you pull a rubber band, the more you pull, the stronger it gets to pull it back. Isn't it? So that is how your desires are going to be. So if you are pulling it, if you are trying to avoid it, you can avoid it for a certain period of time for very short. But the more you avoid, more stronger it gets within yourself. And when you bounce back, you just poof, like a rubber band is come like this. So the way to get rid of the desires is not to avoid it, but to go inside of it. That is one way. Go to inside of it as in you go inside of it, get whatever you want to have and more of it. Like if you are liking sweets, I'll give you 50 sweets at the same time. You eat. Trust me, the 51 sweet, you will be die, but you will love to die, but you will not like to eat it. If you have some materialistic desire, get so much of it that one more when you get it, you will not like it. It will not make any sense in your life. That is when you realize that what I am gathering doesn't make any sense. So the fundamental foundation of realizing that the materialistic thing doesn't matter, the food doesn't matter, the compulsions doesn't matter, they are not important in my life, is through go through it, experience more of it till the point where you realize that it is not that important. But the problem with desires is that every single time you fulfill one desire, there is another desire which will be right out there waiting for you to go for it. The pursuing of desires are never going to end. This is the biggest problem. So if that happens, how will you come to spirituality? Because once you complete this desire, another desire will be there. Once you complete that, another desire will be there. Once you complete that, there will be another desire. So the series of desires are going to be there every single time. Whatever you thought in your childhood, it might be got fulfilled right now, but right now you might be you are thinking about something else in the future. Whenever we are saying me or myself or I, it is not about the body. It is about something beyond the body that exists within this one. Now, do you think it has some shape, it has some size or something? If I ask you a simple question, that if I take a part of my body like this finger, if I remove it, is there any change within me? Am I going to remain the same or something different? Am I going to remain the same only? If I take a complete limb of a person, do you think he is going to remain the same? He is going to remain the same only. If you take all the limbs, hands, legs, the person is going to remain the same. He is never going to feel something less. But if you remove some pieces of this camera or some pieces of this spectacle, this spectacle will not remain spectacle anymore. What I want to tell you is that even if you remove some part of the person, of a human being, what remains within you remains as it is. The reason I am telling you to is because to give you an explanation that you are not the body. Because even if I remove some part of your body, you are not going to feel any less. You are going to feel as complete as every other human being feels. Okay? You might not be capable of doing something, but when it comes to feeling as a human being, you will feel a complete human being, not any less. Okay? Just try to experience it by yourself. This is very easily experienceable. Okay? Now, this single question proves a fact that you are not the body, at least. Now there is another way of asking it is, or proving it is, when you are a kid, a child or a baby, okay, that time who you were or today who you are, is there any difference? You might be grown up a little bit bigger, you might be gathered some information about society, some information about life, or some information about this, that and everything. But in terms of life, are you the same life the 5 years ago, or are you the different life right now? Even if you meet me after 60 years and we talk to each other, then you will tell me, hey, this is me, Swapnesh only. 5 years ago we meet, the same Swapnesh. So this is why you want to say it, right? So what I want to tell you is that irrespective of day changes, irrespective of age changes, irrespective of your body changes, you remain the same. Now, what you are is not bound by this body. Even if you become 6 feet tall, you are the same Swapnesh. Even if you become 4 feet tall, you are the same Swapnesh. Yes? This, whatever is within us, is not bound by the body. So we can say it is nirakar. Nirakar means something that doesn't have any akar or size, shape or something. So it is something that doesn't have any size or shape. As we talked about age, as we talked about 5 years ago, you were the same, 6 years ago, you were the same. It's something that never gets old. So what we are talking about I, or when we are talking about me, when we are talking about this one, What we are talking about is, it is something that doesn't have any shape or size, any form of it. It never gets old. So it is something that is boundless. But what you are doing, it is bound within your body. Now what it will try? Obviously it will try to go all the way, because this is Nirakar, right? If you just expand yourself, it will adjust to your size. If you shrink yourself, it will adjust to your size. So what you are essentially doing is, you have captured a life in this body. Now that is why this life always wants to get bigger, bigger and bigger. That is why one example Sadhguru always give, that when you are not having a job or when you are not having anything, you like to have a cubicle. When you go to a cubicle, you feel like maybe this cubicle is small, I want a big office. Then you get a big office, then you realize this office is not big enough. So that is how the desires keeps on growing. Because what you are saying as myself, this is not longing for this simple camera, this is not longing for a vehicle, this is not longing for a small suite, this is longing for everything. This is longing for everything, not even this world. Even if I give you this world today, right now, which I cannot do, but even if I give you the entire planet, you will still say, I maybe want this Mars. Even if I give you the Mars, you may say, I want the entire galaxy. But that is not the solution at all, because physically you would not be able to grab it. But what is within you is always trying to become infinite, because this is what this is the boundless nature of who you are. Now, when we talk about desires, these are the small manifestation of what this life wants. This life wants to go all the way, but you are not being able to hear it because you are already preoccupied with a lot of things. Now that you are preoccupied with a lot of things, all you are worrying about the simple this, that and everything, but you are not listening to that. If you listen to that, it will ask you, I do not want this thing, I want everything. And desires, when we are talking about, these are small manifestation of that want of this life. I think I have made it clear, very clear. So, if you have any desire, first step is to go through the desire until you realize that even if you have it, even if you have more of it, it is not going to make any difference the way you are or the life as you are. It is not going to make any difference as a life that you are. But if you keep on going for desires, there will be another desire, there will be another desire. You will not be able to go and gather everything around the world, because your desire is not to get that one or this one. Your desire is to get everything. Your desire is to get everything, or desire to become infinite. Now to become infinite, if you gather this, that, everything, it is not going to be possible. So the realization of gathering everything is not the solution. You will start towards gathering everything or becoming the part of this universe, becoming infinite in a different way. Now how you gonna do it is through spirituality. And that is where this video ends. This video was all about desires, because we do not understand these desires, and we just keep on suffering because of that. Because whenever you have a desire, mostly desires are so big that they do not get fulfilled, and just because it doesn't get fulfilled, you feel pain within yourself. And every single time you have another desire, another desire, another desire. So you may say you should live without having any desires. Please tell me, is this practical for you? People say do not expect result, just live like that, just work like that for a desire. Please tell me, is this practical for you? Without having any expectation, can you work? People quote Gita, where Krishna says, do not think about the goal, think about the process, do work, karma. Please look at this. The entire life of Krishna, he wanted to get some result. He wanted to establish something, he wanted to establish dharma. So everything that he have done, everything that he have taken, any decision, it was to bring certain result in the society. So all his life he has been working for results, and you are interpreting it as he is not talking about result, just talking about the work or process. No. What you are saying is not practically possible. Living without having desires to get something is not practically possible. I mean, it will not work for you. It is possible, but it is not going to work for you, okay? And there is only one way to do it so far, and that possible way is yoga, because so far people has discovered that only way. If you can discover something else, then I would like to explore that as well. But Indian culture has always been talking about yoga in that order, in that way of becoming infinite by yourself. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have watched this video till the very end, because for me this video is very important, because I have learned after so much of paying attention to everything. So this desire thing is something that everybody needs, everybody wants, irrespective of you accept it or not. But there will be a time in your life when this video is going to be a crucial for you. Hope you watched this video till the very end and it has helped you in a certain way. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.